to school for this particular, courses, doctors, surgeons, and people like that. So how can we bring that balance so that as much as we are depending on technology to improve efficiencies in hospital, to expand access to healthcare, where at the same time not forgetting the core principality of medicine, and that is the human expert that can be able to guide you on just the way forward in whatever you're suffering or you're going through. So that's the conversation we'd love to have this morning. We'd love to hear from you, your thoughts, comments, feedback, perhaps observations that you have noted in the country, and we'll be sampling them before we conclude. Let me introduce my guest this morning. I'm joined by Wilson Kanyi, who is a health and wellness consultant. Thank you very much, Wilson. Good to have you.
Thank you so much once again. I am so happy to be back here.
You're welcome.
Especially now with you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Now, when we were going through some of the issues that we'd love to talk about, and when you mentioned about technology and healthcare, it sort of, keeps your mind racing. So perhaps the best place to start is for somebody that's listening into this conversation for the first time, or even, really thinking about it for the first time. What should they look at healthcare and technology as?
Oh, thank you once again. I am really appreciating to be with you again today for this discussion.
You're welcome.
I know it is quite a very big discussion that can never be tackled in a one session. But again, it is evolving. It's life. It's keep on changing.
Yeah.
Like the technology that has continued to evolve over a period of time, and health, these things have been going either hand in hand or contrary to one another. Can be going hand in hand, depending now how you are going to take it. Hand in hand meaning that you are using technology to enhance health.
Right.
With the gadget that we have today, you can be able to ask questions, get answer immediately to what is happening with you. And then from there, you can relatively know what to do without necessarily going out and looking for somebody to tell you what to do. That means that you can use that gadget to help you understand you better. Okay? But on the other side, you can find that technology and health can go the other way around.
Yeah.
Because you need that also, like you have said, that personal interaction with the person who is really experienced or who has really done what exactly is affecting you.
Yes.
So these two things has to be able to balance. We can't ignore the technology. Actually, we have it. We need it.
Yeah.
And actually, we find it even used in many areas today. Like in this studio, there's a lot of technology.
Right.
You go to hospital today, machines are working there.
Yeah.
Of course. Anywhere, so it has to be going along with us, but they have to merge with human so that we can move on together.
Right.
Yes.
And I know perhaps, with machines and all that, but from what I've taken from your introductory statements is basically the first point of contact for any human when you're going to talk about health and technology is your smartphone, right?
Yes.
Because that's what, is close to you. Before you even go to hospital, perhaps you had already been taking a look at, what could possibly be wrong. And so is this to mean that if at all you are to advance technology or even digitize healthcare in Kenya, at least the basic equipment everybody should have is a smartphone?
Well, it is very true, and also knowledge about it. Because you might be having a smartphone, and we have it.
Yeah.
You find that the only thing that you do with your smartphone is make a call, maybe get into some application like WhatsApp today, Facebook, TikTok. But that smartphone has got so many other things that can help you. So it is not just a matter of having the smartphone, but knowing how well you can use it.
Yeah, how to use the smartphone.
Yes.
All right, so with technology, it's quite wide because essentially you're talking about the digital aspect of it. Are there maybe innovations that we've seen come up? For instance, now we can talk about apps, people that can, or applications on your phone or even on your computer that you can go to that are target specific, if it's about working out, if it's about, your diet. So is that a great innovation that has really gone a long way to boost healthcare across the world, not just Kenya?
Just before we get to that question, and maybe you'll ask again, I have just remembered that just a few days ago, I was with one of my customers who came in and told me about they have a small girl, that is, a small girl. This small girl didn't have enough time with everybody else into the house because the parents are busy, the other kids are in school, and probably they are doing homework. Do you know what they used to do? They used to give them a phone. Stay with that phone. So the baby would continue, very young, the baby would continue doing what they would do best on phone, maybe playing games, watching cartoons, and the baby continued growing. Do you know at a level, the baby was diagnosed with failure in talking? Because they are not talking, they're just watching there. It's a very young child. So they had again to take the baby to hospital for correction of the problem. So they was told that you need to take 2.5 years to correct the problem that was created 2.5 years when this baby was using the phone.
So there are dangers to it as well.
They are completely dangerous. So that's why we say everything is poisonous if you take it too much. If you eat a lot, what do you expect? If you exhaust everything so much, you expect to get the consequences. So the point is that to know how to balance. And you can't know how to balance if you have no knowledge about what you are using. Okay? And again, you might be having a very good gadget which is still not helping you with what you need to get help. So you might be going out to look for a service or maybe a solution, and probably you could have gotten it very quickly in your gadget.
Right.
So the point is, understand the knowledge about the item that you have or the gadget that you have, and again know the boundaries that it needs to a certain extent. Then you can go out and then consult. We need to balance life in many ways.
True.
We don't need to do one thing and forget the rest.
And now I'll go back to the question on the digital innovations that have taken place, where you're now having applications which you can, get download free, most of them, and they're able to take track of so many things that are happening in your body. And so this has essentially fastened efficiency as well as just the human interest, because now everybody wants to know, how is my heart rate beating at this point? What do I need to eat? What do I need to put in my mouth? So isn't that like that was perhaps a game changer as well in the digital aspect of it?
Well, that is very important. You need to know and see, like, you get the correct application. Of course, sometimes they are not all applications are good. That one you can take to the bank. So we need to know which are verified, which are the best applications, so that you don't get your problem, your information, because you are tempted to give almost every information that you have, personal details. And who are you talking to? Is it an application that it can be trusted? So it's very important not to get straight to the apps that you don't know where they have come from, and then what repercussion they can be able to give you in future. Because as we said before we started the show, is that technology does not forget.
True.
It will remind you that you did this, and in case you get into such problems, you might find yourself in bigger problem than you are sorting out. So it is important to know which and consult widely what you need to do. And I would like to tell you that it's always good to consult the experts. An expert before that can sometimes not necessarily be the gadget, but the person who you interact with. Like, for example, doctor, nutritionist. Because a nutritionist, you know that you need to do this. And there is this walking journey. There is this walk journey with a particular person who is human. The most you relate with, there is health, there is big aspect of our health that is anchored in social. Big one. Actually, it could be the biggest. Because the way we interact, have you seen people going out and having good time together? How they get back home very happy. That actually makes them healthier than they were. So once you go out and play football, you go out and have meetings, you go out for weddings, you go out for other occasions, you have that social interaction. It is even important when you're an organization like this, and I know you know this, at times you are serious working 8 to 5. But at times you need to go out and and release yourself.
Yeah, be in the sun.
Be who you are.
Yeah.
Because when you are here, you are not who you are anyway.
Yeah.
You are just here because you want to be who you are for people to see. But once you move out, you release and make sure that some hormones, when hormones are just articulated in that way, they help you keep healthy. But that cannot happen on gadgets.
True.
That's why I'm saying it's important to have these kind of experts so that they can guide you where you need to do what you need to do. Though, also it's also good to consult and see where you can get help, irrespective of maybe having an expert into the condition.
Right. And wouldn't you agree with me that perhaps the biggest challenge with having an access to an expert could be just the cost factor of it? Because for my phone, if I'm going to consult a bot, right, all I have to do is just have data or Wi-Fi, and I'm able to put my question in. But for an expert, perhaps they'll require some consultation fee, and then you're told go through this machine and pay for the laboratory services or for this. And so isn't that the biggest challenge perhaps with expert care or expert opinion, that I'm earning very less maybe, and I'm not able to fully access all those services because they require a lot of money, but I can just go online, Google it, get something out of it, and then I'm good to go.
Well, we agree with that. It's very true, because and most of us will go to have our solution from the gadget because we cannot be able to pay.
Yeah.
And of course, it takes time. Apart from payment, you need to get out and go.
Yeah.
You might spend the whole day
in hospital,
waiting so that you can be sorted out. But the moment you open your phone, you'll be able to see. That one, it's quite an issue and a challenge for the consultants also to consider. Because consultants also don't want to remain like they are the only people who can be consulted.
Yeah.
Because now, like, the technology is there. They need now to come out and see, now how do we get our information to people, despite the fact that they have got their gadget. So it is true, that is one of the disadvantage of live contact, costs.
Yeah.
And absolutely there is little or nothing we can do about it, because of course that person has to be paid. But we would like to say they can come up down with a good amount of money that almost everybody can be able to afford.
Yeah.
So they can also remain either in business or even be able to interact with people.
Right.
So that is crucial, and there is little or nothing we can do about it. So one has to weigh out. Yes, I will not go because of money, but again, I also need some further clarification from what I've been able to see online, so that it can be confirmed it's correct.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Now, I'd love to zero down to perhaps a sector to which I know you've worked so much with, in terms of selling and giving, immune boosters and pills and, those sort of nutritional aspects of it. How much has technology been a game changer for you people, and just the things that you work with as well?
Good. Thank you for that. The game changer on that area, it has really made people understand that the purpose of nutrition, okay, and what is needed where. So when people are coming to us, they know exactly if they are lacking iron, they're lacking zinc, because they have been able to see. If they are lacking magnesium or calcium, then you'll be able to ask which content and which component do this product has. Then it will be better and understandable for them, the quantity, the amount. It's making them enlightened to understand, not just coming and being told. We have a discussion and conversation. And it is also making us to advance, to know now we are getting to a level where we are not just saying, we are also hearing. And that conversation of talking and the other person also replying, it's making the field even better. And the use of technology is also helping us through the clients that we get to advance and know how better we can interact with them. The only thing that I would say that the technology will not give is, it is not going to give you the product itself. It's going to guide you to the person who can give you the product.
Right.
And once they come and we advise on that, they have got a second opinion. Even when you go to hospital, you are told you can have an opinion of different doctors before you are treated. Is you are right. so that it's making people aware of their rights in terms of health, because it's very critical. You have got whole 100% right of your health,
Right.
but you have no right of taking out your life. You haven't.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll go back to the bigger picture, and that is on use of AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning, because you cannot talk about technology in any field and fail to talk about AI. Now, what I've seen is the government has really been stepping up efforts of, digitizing health in terms of also having AIs come in place and just help. But the biggest problem would be that this could be for only a particular target of people who are in urban areas. But those who are in rural areas, I mean, for instance, in my village in Bungoma County, surely, the access to even the technology in itself, even a smartphone, is a problem. So doesn't this feel like the moment you speak on technology in healthcare, already you have sidelined a number of people because they can't access even the basic of technology, that is a phone or even internet, but you want to talk about AI to the same people?
First and foremost, the first thing that we know about AI is that, it came with some confusion because, for example, when we were young, and even some many people when we are young, we used to hear about AI.
Yeah.
I know you know that.
Yes.
When you used to take our kettle, is it?
Yeah.
For artificial insemination. That was how it was. So, I didn't know this thing would come back again in a different version.
Yeah.
So I don't think that AI that time is still there, or it is actually a different one. But now there has been a confusion from the old people. What is AI? If you go to sharks and tell people about AI, they will think about you taking
the insemination.
Artificial insemination. So you can understand how to remove that one from them. It will take long. And then good thing is that this concept, it's truly creeping in, and surely it is going to take everything, because it's where we are headed to. And with time, everything, almost everything apart from probably the soul or the spirit of human being is, I don't know, truly it can be created with AI, but we'll be able to see. Now, with your question, with people in different parts of this country, where access to gadget can be a problem, that is also still a challenge. And I would say it is going to affect in terms of using the gadget for the reference of the problem they are facing. So what we say is that once they know there is this thing, even if they don't have it at hand at that time.
Right.
So the moment at that time they will need, or when chances present themselves and they have got the gadget, they will definitely know what they can do with the gadget to access AI for them to be able to know what they are going through. So it doesn't mean because you don't have food that you never feel hungry.
Yeah.
So the moment now you get food, you know the only thing that you do is to eat and then get better. So that is the point. Let them know, we tell them, but the moment they get to access the gadget, whenever time that will be, now they will be using it better than they have never known.
Right.
So that would be the point that I would take at, because how else can you do? We cannot be able to tell the government, go and just supply everybody in those areas with a smartphone.
Yeah, it's
for
impossible.
what?
Yeah.
They need to know, and then they can be able to access. And there is something else that I would like to say.
Yeah.
When there is a need, you are able to look for the solution to that. The reason as to why you go and eat is because you are hungry. If you are not hungry, you don't have no need for food. So to create a need, it is also going to make them, when they have some money or they are able to access the gadget, they will be able even to look for it, because they know once they obtain one, they will remain with it like an asset. It's an asset for them.
Yeah.
So that they can be able to quickly keep on accessing and all that. And today, even if you see, you've been in hospital, some of the things that are done when you visit a doctor or whoever is an expert, you'll keep on following through maybe a conversation through the the gadget, maybe
Yeah.
on WhatsApp or
Yeah.
any other way. So it is necessary to have it. But with time, let's see how it goes.
Right. From where you sit, what would you say are the biggest safety concerns that may come with AI when you're, especially, you know, you're sharing your details, your name, you know, your age, and so many other. What could be the biggest safety concerns that are there?
Okay, today the world is so small that I would say the safety one, first and foremost, is make sure that you are able to use the gadget the correct way. Because this is something that can ruin maybe your health.
Yeah.
One way, most of the time when we remain on this gadget for long, they affect our sight. That is one.
Right.
And that is very critical because it can later affect the life that one is going to live. Okay? To use the gadget, one thing is do it limited. Two, when you are using it, it's good to put the features that can help you prevent such kind of problem happening, because they also have that. So the other point is to balance. I would also repeat the same. Once you balance, you'll be able to even do it better. The safety features also, when you are putting your information on any app, is now to ask yourself several questions before you give out information. Like, there are people who are not out there for good, and they are using the technology to ruin you, to rob you, and even to take you out of where you are to their own activities. So it is also very critical not to quickly give any details that you have to anybody who asks them. Have you seen people calling or some chatting with you, telling you, like, for example, I also got a WhatsApp message yesterday that was telling me that, I don't remember very well, but it was telling me to click a link so that all the details that I can be prevented from attacks from different other hackers. So, do you know what I did? I used the same message. I asked the AI, is this message genuine? And I was told it is not genuine.
Wow.
So don't go ahead and click that. And it went ahead to explain what the genuine question from an organization, how it looks like. So you can use the same technology to help you get away from a problem that would have affected you. So I'm just saying that it's not very good to quickly get into answering or giving your details without thinking or consulting. Consult before you go ahead. And then even here out, you cannot be told by a stranger, let's go, and then you go.
And
you don't go.
Yeah, you ask a lot of questions.
You ask, where are we going? Who are you?
Yeah.
How do you know me? Those questions are very important. They are going to help you know this person, where he or she is taking you. So the same thing we do on our physical part is good also to do it on our gadget so that we can be safe. Otherwise, can be a big problem.
And I mean, you've mentioned such a great, that's a great tip for me, because I think a lot of people suffer from that. You're a victim of messages or links people are sending, click on this, click on that.
Yes.
And that's a good tip, even for the viewers to be able to understand that all you have to do is just take this link, take it to AI, ask it, is it a legitimate link?
Yes.
And they'll be able to give you a yes or no answer, just as a precaution on whether or not you're able to go ahead and click on it. Now, one of the things also AI does, essentially, or if you've spoken to a bot, or even when you Google stuff, symptoms and that, is they always put a disclaimer and tell you that even as much as we're telling you this is what you may be suffering from, please go ahead and do what? And visit the doctor or seek medical attention or seek medical advice.
That is true.
And let me tell you, the number of people that ignore that,
like 90% or even 100%.
They ignore that disclaimer and feel like, it has answered everything for me. So I want you to really emphasize on the importance of people-to-people connection and the importance of expert opinion, because we'll talk about technology and how great it is working and how it's doing wonderfully well. But at the end of the day, you need to go back to somebody that can empathize, somebody that can sit across the room as you explain, and you're even probably tearing up over what you're going through, and able to just give you sort of that console feeling that everything will be okay.
Good. Before I get to that, can I give you the message that I received?
Yeah, sure.
Now, because viewers, you can also be able to get this. There is this number, a unique number that I got, and it has a WhatsApp profile. It is say, dear user, your account has been unverified for a long time, has irregularities, and violates community rules and regulation. Your account will be restricted. If you wish to continue using this account, please click remove restrictions. You see, that is so harsh.
Yeah.
So you can quickly click that link they have given you there. So the only thing that can be able to do is, before you even proceed doing this,
copy it.
Just get the message, copy it, then ask maybe GPT. It is going to tell you whether it is correct or not. So don't quickly just get into such things, because you'll find yourself in big problems. Now, when you come to the interaction of people, it is, we are human beings. We'll never be machines. I've just even told you yesterday, as I was seated, I was asking myself, man-made machines, okay? If there was no man, would there be these gadgets? Then what comes first? Man, a human being. There was no way, even God knew that this machine would be there, but he didn't make them. He did not come in and made this machine that we have here. He made us with the wisdom to make them. So he knew very well the first interaction is human. He wants that human contact, because it is soothing, it is reflective, it is healing, it is massaging, it is connecting with him, so that we can live healthier for long. So irrespective of any item or any gadget that we have or any app that we shall be able to ask. So ignoring to go and consult or talk to an expert or somebody close to you, because it's necessary, you can talk to a person and then get better from the condition that you have. It cannot be debatable. It cannot be ignored. So let's not completely be seated and consult everything from the gadget and just ignore the experts. Because the time will come when you'll have done so much on that, that there will be very little for you to be sorted out or rescued from now the correct way of visiting the expert. So it is very, very, very important. That cannot be debated any further. And there is no negotiation or discussion about it. You have to do the way it is. It has to be like that. So otherwise, addition on this, I'm getting back to that. If man came as the first thing, then man invented machines. The machines are just to make things easier, but not to replace. They cannot replace a human being. We have been able to see so many things happening. The robots, fine, they are good. They are making money. They are helping people make money, because, like, for example, you go to some hotels, even here in Nairobi, you are served by a robot. You know that? You're served by a robot. And it feels good, because even the owner is not paying a lot of money. Okay? And you feeling
the robot.
It's servicing the robot. There is no that feeling that it gets rate, does not get angry, does not get sick, so it just remains there. So for the point of that, however, the aspect of making more money in compromising our health is very critical, very, very, very important. So let's visit the experts, despite the fact that we'll be using the gadgets, and get ourselves better. We live longer and we live healthier if we do that.
Right.
Yes.
Now, I've also just thought about one more aspect on just how we can leverage technology in terms of also predicting trends. For instance, you work more on the nutrition aspect of it, right?
Yes.
And you're able to sort of look at the trends in terms of probably what diseases or what people are lacking in their body due to maybe how many number of people are inquiring about, for example, let's say iron, how many people are inquiring about how they can get more iron into their body? Isn't that also a benefit that through technology, we're able to look at what the trend right now, what people are lacking right now, what people are suffering from right now, and then sort of work backwards in terms of beginning sensitization and civic education about if it's diabetes, if it's, let's say, blood pressure, if it is about cancer. Don't you think it's also a benefit aspect of it?
It's true, it is. First, and I say again, the knowledge about using the gadget to know what problem you could be having after being seen by an expert is very crucial. And you might ask, just like you have said, anything you ask, down there you'll be told, go and consult, go and see a doctor, go and see an expert. So it is helping people to know that they need this particular iron or this particular mineral for a specific condition at this quantity. Okay? But that does not remove the basic life. You know, you cannot replace your activities of doing exercises by using a gadget. Physical exercises has to be done. You go out, you go for gym, you do these things. Have you ever heard anywhere? I don't know whether it is going to come. You have used the gadget, it is helping you do exercises while you are seated.
No way.
I'm not sure whether it is going to come. Maybe if it comes, you'll be able to see how it will be. But for now, you are asking, which exercises can I do for a particular problem that I have? That one is okay. You can find several areas for suggestions. The condition that you have just said about lack of minerals, nutrients, and all that, it's also helping us to connect with people better, and they know kind of iron or maybe minerals they need for a particular problem. And again, at a certain level, because you don't need also to take all the minerals just because you have been told to do so. You need to take at a certain level, which is controlled. Back into it, our basic life has to maintain. One, feed right. I remember one time I came here and we talked about sleep. There is no way a gadget will tell you, will help you sleep other than guiding you how to sleep. It is your duty to do what you have been told. Like sleeping on the left is a very healthy way, okay? For anybody. That can help enhance repair, can help actually make one feel better. And once you wake up, you are able also to increase the digestion and even detoxing part of it. So those are things that once you do it, but I can say something here I have noted. When something comes easy, it is likely to go very easy. Searching on the gadgets, it's a very easy way for you to get information. But do you know what? Very few people will follow what they have been told. Because it became easy. It became so easy. There is cost for everything. Actually, there is price for everything. That is true. So, for us to be able to use the gadgets properly, we don't have to ignore the experts. And that one has to be balanced in a way that we need also to take the information we get from the application and everything, so that we are able to use us to increase our health and live healthier for long. And I'm just imagining a situation whereby these gadgets, if they were not there, when they were not there, were people not even living healthier?
Good question.
We even admire how people used to
live back then,
but they didn't have even the TV. They didn't have radio. They didn't have anything. But do you know what? They lived healthier than we do. So it means we are not getting better with technology. We might even get worse by using it. So the basics has to continue. Eat good food, do exercises, relax, socialize, and all those things.
Right.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So as we wrap this conversation up, because we are out of time, I'd love to speak on just, you've mentioned a very important point about the gadget just guiding you on what you need to do. but there's the aspect of now how you're going to do it. For instance, in nutrition, if they say, okay, avoid taking a lot of proteins, do more carbohydrates. Now I'm there like, okay, how much carbohydrates do I take? How less proteins do I take? So let's go back to specifically what you do in terms of doing, minerals and just trying to make people's nutrition better. Have you encountered that challenge where somebody comes to you with a problem and you tell them, okay, this is what you need to do, but no, because they saw it somewhere on Google or on ChatGPT, they'd rather do that than actually listen to what Wilson said as well?
It's true. That one is there.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yeah.
And it is very true. It is happening. So we have that challenge of people coming, they have done research, they have done everything that they would have felt is good for them to do. And then you give a contrary opinion, they would rather do what they saw that time. So what do you do with that person? No. The information they have, you said what they are supposed to do, but they opt to do different. So we don't say it is wrong, but just in case they feel that they find a problem, then they will know I was told. Because even when we say, information does not necessarily mean that you'll do it, but you know that this thing was there and it is there, it ought to be done the right way.
Yeah.
So it is there, and it is a challenge that is affecting even the experts, because everybody now has become an expert. Okay? And not expert because they have learned, they have gone to school, they have understood, but because the information is right at their hands, on their hands, which is still okay. We cannot ignore there are good things and bad things, there are advantages and disadvantages of anything. So we deal with them as they come. So whoever would like to listen to what we tell them, fine and thank you, proceed. Whoever again would like to go the way they found, maybe through searching, which most of the time does not contradict, but times it does. It's optional. But we like saying it's good to have a discussion that can lead somebody, either you found it from this aspect or you found it from us, then we put together and see what works for you better. And let me finish by this. Yeah. There is no quantity of carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals that are equal for all. Because we have got young, we have got sick people, we have got old, we have got energetic people who are young and everything. So the way they get in the nutrients and minerals, it is different. So it is tailored depending with that particular person, not because of somebody else got it right and you are totally different. It's not. Right. The same thing applies to technology. The technology is a device that has been made by human being for specific purpose, but probably it cannot 100% fit your problem. You need also to get an expert who is dealing with you so that you can get your problem solved out better than dealing with the gadget alone. All right. Yes. As we wrap it up, maybe you can let the viewers know how they can access you for guidance in matters health as well as lifestyle changes. Okay. Thank you so much. I want to say it's a word of talk. Actually, is wide and enough. We can keep talking about it. And guys, continue researching and doing more. And before you do anything, do several consultations. Keep asking those questions, because in asking questions, you'll be able to get the best answer than just ignoring several other consultations. So my name, as you have heard, I am Wilson Kanyi, dealing with health and nutrition. I am here in Nairobi. We are in Nairobi at CBD. We would like to visit us. You can always reach out to us through this number 0722 465 510. 0722 465 510. Karibu sana and most welcome. All right. Thank you very much, Wilson Kanyi, who's a life and health and wellness consultant, just coming in to weigh in on just how much we can really use technology in terms of healthcare. It's a game changer. It's a game changer, but it also has got its own concerns, and it needs to be factored in as well. Even as you're using your smartphone,
Googling symptoms and stuff, and just using health apps that you use, whether it's for dieting, whether it's for workout. There are also some of those, specificities that need you to go to find an expert opinion. So we wrap it up at that point. I hope you've learned so much from it. In case you've missed this broadcast, you can rewatch it across our social media platforms. That is on EBN TV. Talk to us across the platforms throughout the day. If you'd love to reach out to Wilson here, just get in contact with us and we'll be able to link you to him. So thank you for watching. We wrap it up at that point. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Have yourself a wonderful morning.